Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today I'm going to attempt a challenge. I'm going to try to visit 4 celestial bodies in this free version of SFS, in one launch, in one mission. That is why I've built this massive rocket. It is very big, it has a lot of engines, and hopefully it will take us far. So I'm going to launch it to waste no further time. And I'm not going to show you exactly all that I do, because it gets quite boring because there's a lot of stuff I need to do. So I'll catch up to you guys in the important moments. As you can see, I'm now in Earth orbit and I'm going to refuel my craft with basically a gas station that I built beforehand. It's kind of a space station with a lot of fuel in it, so I can refuel my crafts. And we'll continue onwards after this quick refuel. I am now in the transfer window to the first celestial body of today, which is going to be the moon. As you can see, I've got some fuel once again. And I'll skip ahead once again and I'll see you at the moon. As you can see, I'm now getting into my intended moon orbit and I'm going to get my trajectory to land on the moon. And then there will be a very important part of this mission, which is decoupling the second stage, like so, and then switching on some of the engines. And then slowly but carefully exiting the first stage, because of course this rocket is built quite weirdly, but this is so that I can go very far. And I'm actually going to clear the breeze just in case. And now we're going to get to the landing part of the moon mission, which we will get to very soon, because we're almost there already. And I guess I'll skip ahead a bit more, otherwise this video is going to be so long since we've got 4 celestial bodies. So I'll see you guys in a bit. A bit has just passed and I'm about to land on the moon. Here we can see that I'm at 300 meters. So I'm going to slow down a bit more and I'm going to land using the second stage. And I haven't got any landing legs, so I have to land even safer than I would normally. And I hope I will be able to do that by slowing down enough. There we go. And that is a beautiful touchdown. Now I just have to wait until my rocket actually stands on the surface of the moon and not tips over, and doesn't tip over, I mean. And there we go, and it will say that we have, landed on the surface of the moon. And well, now the rest of the mission is, well, I was gonna say simple, but of course it isn't so simple, but it's quite self-explanatory. I'm going to exit the sphere of influence of the moon, I'm going to go to Mars, and I'm going to land on Mars, and then I'm going to go to Phobos and Deimos, 2 moons of Mars. And after I've done that, I will try to return to Earth. So once again, I will see you guys when I'm at Mars. As you can see, my craft doesn't have any heat shields, which is why I've got a very low Mars orbit before I'm going to slow down even more to re-enter into the atmosphere. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow down enough using my engines to not get my rockets to be too hot, so that there will parts be breaking. That sentence didn't really come out of my mouth like it should have, but you probably get the point. So as you can see, when I'm going to re-enter, my heat is going to go up very soon on the bottom left of my screen. And then I'm going to use a bit of my engines to make that heat disappear. If it will, yes, like that. And now every time the heat will appear, I will just get rid of it by using my engines. And this will just go on for a bit, until eventually it will be harder to get rid of the heat, like right now. And it's gonna get even harder, I think, but I'm not even sure. And then I'm just going to land. And after that I'm going to have to take off again, which is probably the most difficult part of this mission, is that you have to get off of Mars. Because it still requires quite a lot of delta V. And you need to have that on your rocket to get off of Mars. So that's what I'm going to try here. And I was actually still time warping there. As you can see, I have slowed down enough and I won't get any more heat onto my engines. Well, apart from, of course, the actual firing of my engines. Now, as you can see, I've stopped time warping because I'm gonna be very careful with this. And I've got quite a good landing site here. I'm going to start slowing down some more, because we're at 600 meters, so I'm gonna need to be very careful here, because I don't wanna, not decelerate enough, because then I will crash into Mars instead of land there. And here we can see how close I am. and we're 30 meters per second. So going to slow down and very carefully now. There we go, and a soft touchdown please. Yes, there it is. And now don't tip, because if I tip then there will be parts breaking. And no, I did not tip. And now it will soon say that I have landed on Mars once my rocket stabilizes. And where is the message? It's taking quite a while. And there it is, landed on the surface of Mars. So now I'm going to take off again, as I said, and I'm going to go to Phobos first and then to Deimos. At least that's the plan. So I just hope that I've got enough delta V to do this. So I'm going to just take off, and then soon I'm going to have to get to another stage of my rocket. Of course, orbiting here is quite a lot easier than it is on Earth, because its gravity is a lot less and the atmosphere is also less dense. So I think I will be able to get out of this atmosphere, and then I'm going to fire these two engines. These are of course the Colibri, I believe they're called, engines, which are very small and also very efficient. So that's what I will be using to not waste a lot of fuel. And well, as I said, it's just the matter that I orbit right now. There I go. Going to go towards the apoapsis and then continue using my engines to make my orbit complete. Bit of time warping once again, and there we go. I actually did it a bit too much, so I wasted just a little bit of fuel there, but it's not too bad. I've still got 27%, and then I've got 100% in this one, and this one has one Colibri engine, the engine, or not the engine, the stage after this, so I think I will be fine, but we'll have to see in the rest of the mission. I'm now going to go to Phobos, and I won't bore you with the whole process of getting there, so I will just show the landing. I'm now getting very close to Phobos, and I'm landing on quite a bit of a slope, so I think I'm going to have to lay the rocket down on its side instead of landing standing up. And that's quite possible here on Phobos because it has very low gravity, which makes that a lot easier, because tipping over isn't as much of a problem here. I do still have to be quite careful, and there we go. As you can see, that's a beautiful belly flop onto the surface of Phobos. It is doing a bit more sliding, so I'm gonna actually time warp this. This might actually take a while, you know, because it's gonna have to go all the way down the slope, which as you can see it's doing, but it's doing it very slowly. Anyways, I might as well explain some more stuff. So after this I'm going to get an orbit from Phobos, so again a Mars orbit. And then I'm going to go to Deimos, and that will be my last celestial body of today, before I'm going to return back to Earth. And there we go, and now it's still gonna have to say that I have landed here. And there it is, landed on the surface of Phobos. So now I have to do what I just explained, and I'll see you guys there once again. And here we are at Deimos, which I'm going to stop time warping at. And I'm going to slow down a bit more. This has also given us quite a steep landing site, so I'm going to lay it down on its side once again, like I just did as well. And once again I'm going to wow, great speaking. I'm going to be very careful once again is what I was going to say. And there we are, that's a beautiful touchdown on its side. I'm actually getting sleepy, you know, and I want to jump onto my bed and just go sleep. Because of how soft that landing was. It's just as soft as my bed is, you know, when I jump on. And wow, it's gonna do this slide once again. Very nice, alright. Come on, bit of speed. We don't have all day. It's gonna stop here. Yeah, please stop, come on. Seriously, it's gonna keep going. There it is, there it is, there it is. Is it gonna slow down enough? No, it's still not. Wow, okay. I'm seriously gonna have to wait all this time. I think it's almost stopped moving now. It's less than 0.1 meters per second, the movement right now. So it's the, yes, finally. Oh, wow. Okay, so that was all 4 celestial bodies for today. But now is the important part of the mission. It's returning to Earth, because of course we need to return all of the data we gathered or whatever. whatever the story is, right? They make up from in Kerbal Spaceflight Simulator and stuff, or what's it even called? I don't know what it's called, but it's something with Kerbal, right? Anyways, I'm sure some of you are gonna be angry at me in the comments for not knowing its exact name. But now we're here at beautiful Phobos, and I'll see you guys when I am, or no, we're actually at Deimos. So, and now I'm going to return back to Earth, and once again I will see you guys there. Here I am, back in orbit around my beautiful home planet. And actually, it's not only my home planet, it is the home planet of all of you watching and everyone on this world. Because of course, well, we're all from this world, so this is all our home planet. Now I'm going to time warp, and I'm going to slow down even more, and I'm going to re-enter Earth's atmosphere. Because then I'm going to finally be safe back on Earth in its atmosphere, and I've actually got plenty fuel left, so I'm quite happy with my planning there. 22% in this stage, which, well, is almost a quarter, and it's still quite a lot of burn time, so that would still be fine if I had to do even more stuff. And oh, I should not make mistakes now. There we go. Let's make the heat shield point perfectly towards the arrow, and there we see the last stage of a rocket burning up after this incredibly long journey. In real life, this journey would take, well, multiple years probably. And I'm actually going to time warp now to not make this mission any more longer in this world, in the SFS world. My heat shield is already cooling down, which means I'm going to slow down a lot, or I have already slowed down a lot. And now we're almost at 6,000 meters. And I will soon be able to deploy my parachutes. I've actually got 2 of them because I wanted my docking port to be on top, and you can't dock when you have a docking port and a parachute clipped into each other. Well, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. It's really annoying. So then I just chose to do 2 inside of the capsule instead of 1 inside of the capsule, because that would just look weird. And now I actually got to remember to deploy them and not only talk about them. And then I can deploy my heat shield. And now we can float down very safely and gently towards Earth. As the astronauts inside, well, hopefully there aren't any astronauts inside, because they would have made a massive journey. As I said, a very long journey as well. Would be quite boring for them. And we're going to touch down. Let's stop time warping. And there we are with the beautiful touchdown. We can finally hit the recover button. There we go, there you see all the things I did. This is actually good proof that I actually did everything in one go, so that I didn't cheat. So I'm just gonna slowly scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video if you want to see if I actually did everything. And some of them are lit up because I did this all in a new world to make everything look a bit more clean. So they are actually new for me, new achievements in this world at least. So I already got 14 achievements just by doing this one mission. Which Mars achievement did I miss? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. I didn't use a heat shield, so it doesn't say I've done this one. And on the moon I missed... What? Why does it say I have not landed on the moon? Well, at least it says captured into low moon orbit, so it probably didn't register something, I guess. You guys clearly saw that I did land there. I don't know why it's done this. It's actually confused me. Because now you're gonna think I faked this, but I swear to God I didn't fake this. Look at it. I don't know why it's done it. So I hope you guys trust me on this one. And well, you saw I did everything except one thing, but I actually did that thing. So the game is incorrect there. And well, I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I guess I'll just have to accept it. And I hope you guys still enjoyed this video, even though the game has failed me there. And if you did enjoy this video, then please like it and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and watch my future videos or even my past videos. And then I will see you on the next video. So thanks for watching, and bye bye.